Okay, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. As you can see, we're on the launch pad with another new and possibly disastrous design. I decided to make a small probe descend across the surface of, I'm going to say Duna for the moment, depending on how our launch goes. I don't normally mess around with probes much. I usually figure if you're going to go somewhere, you might as well send a Kerbal anyway. I've never had a Kerbal complain about being stranded on a planet for the rest of their lives. I've never actually had a Kerbal complain about being blown up either. There may be a reason for that. But anyway, normally I don't bother with these, so we will see how this goes. It's not something I have much experience with. This is just something I threw together. It's probably not the most efficient design. It's probably going to blow up on us or something. But I'm guessing with all of the struts and connectors and whatnot I've got in this thing, the frame rate may get interesting on the way up. So you've seen enough of me getting up to orbit anyway, so unless something disastrous happens on the way up, I'm just going to cut straight to orbit after we launch. If the next thing you see is me still on the way up to orbit, you can assume something horrific is probably about to happen. But anyway, let's turn on the SAS, get the throttle up, and cross your fingers, because here we go. That is definitely a bit slow. It seems to be going alright. Unfortunately, I don't have a fairing big enough to cover this thing. We need more science for that, which hopefully we'll get some from this probe when it lands. So, alright, I will get this thing up to orbit, and I will see you there. Okay, we are up in orbit. Nothing went disastrously wrong, which I'm a little surprised by. Oh, I did forget to mention this thing I named the Spastic Squirrel. I'm still using that website that generates strange game names, so that's what this one ended up being called. It came up with some really bizarre suggestions, most of which I skipped. But that's what we ended up with for this one. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. I don't know if we have enough fuel to get anywhere. I mean, I could get this to the moon or Minmus fairly easily. But this relies on parachutes to land. It's a pretty badly designed landing stage, I have to say. It's got an ablator on the bottom, lots of chutes and drogue chutes, so it may or may not work. I don't know if that's enough to counteract the weight. It should be, as far as I know, depending where we go. I don't know if we have the fuel to get to anywhere interesting, because it's been so long since I've been anywhere. Where would we go? Yeah, and as you can see, I've actually forgotten to remove all the crap in orbit again. So hopefully we don't have a repeat of that rocket chair incident, but okay, so let's go out here. Oh, there's all these things. I'm not even going to attempt to land on one of those. That's, I don't have the practice in for those yet. Okay. So we got a choice of Eve or Duna. Eve I don't go to very often, if ever, because it's nearly impossible to take back off again. With the probe, that's not really an issue. Duna I've been to a number of times, but I don't remember any of it, for the most part. I don't remember the specifics, other than it's going to be extremely difficult if it's not at just the right point in its orbit when you try to get there. And I don't remember where that is that I would want to start burning from. But Eve, being that I never go there, I'm tempted to try for Moho or Eve. So maybe we'll skip Duna. Let's see Eve. Eve might be a bad idea because it does have the extra gravity, but at the same time it has a thicker atmosphere, I think. Which would probably be rather helpful with the parachutes, yes? Maybe? You're not really going to tell me anything, are you? Alright, let's start here then, just for argument's sake. More no, we're burning way too much fuel to do this. Okay. Let's skip this. Maybe we'll try Duna after all. Because I'm probably at the wrong point in my orbit for Eve. Okay, so let's just start one there. And I forgot to set Duna as the target. I'm going to have to deselect that again. I should probably speed all this up in editing rather than bore you to death. There we go, that works. You know what, let's launch into this trajectory and then we'll adjust it partway out. That sounds like a better idea to me. Rather than sit here and fiddle with it for the next couple hours. Okay. We're looking at a 57-second burn. I find that unlikely for some reason. I could be wrong, but there, let's just goose the engines. There we go. Now it looks more accurate. 2 minutes 33. Let's warp to a bit further along. If I warp too far, possibly. Where are we? We still hidden by the planet? Oh, no, there we are. I'm looking right through it. Okay, it's not bad. I don't want to warp past where I'm going to want to start burning. That would be bad. Okay, let's line ourselves up. I have a little bit of RCS on here, not much. It's mainly just to help orient the descent stage in the atmosphere. Or are we monopropellant? We got quite a bit for what we're doing. We will be fine. Maybe. I don't know if I want to get optimistic on this just yet, being that it's been probably well over a year since I've tried to go to Duna or anywhere else in this game beyond the moons. Okay. Right about there. Good, we got that. This probe body does not have enough oomph to actually turn the rocket on its own power, and it does not bother heading for these. I don't think it cares. So, let's see. So I want to go at about 1:15, yes? I guess that's, well, that's close enough. We'll go there. And we're off the marker again. Why did you do that to me? Go back. Right there. See that spot? There. Stay right there. There. Maybe that'll do it. Stay there. Come on. There we go. Alright. Close enough. Let's start burning. And obviously this is going to take a couple of minutes. So I will speed this part up as well. Okay. We are now leaving Kerbal atmosphere, or Kerbal orbit. Let's switch back here for a sec. And see nothing. Aha, I remembered to put lights on this time. Of course, that'll drain our batteries down, but anyway. Alright, forget it. Let's get out of here. Preferably not collide with anything on the way. Pretty sure we got it right. Oh, look, you can see something again. And there goes Kerbal. This is about where you expect Minmus to come off the side of the screen and just obliterate my rocket. We still got some fuel there in that stage. It's not bad. Alright. So let's get to about... That's right, I can warp now, can't I? I don't have to sit here on time acceleration for however long. Warp here. That's awesome. I love that. Okay. Hopefully I can adjust this now. It's been so long since I've had to do this kind of thing that I may screw it up. But at the very least, we're not doing any orbital rendezvous today, because I would not be able to dock with anything to save my life. It would be pretty bad at this point, my skills at orbital rendezvous. I did manage it for a while there. I did manage to stop using MechJeb to do it for me. And that was mainly due to Scott Manley videos, as I'm sure you can imagine. If you ever need to learn how to do something in this game, you watch Scott Manley. I would think, with the number of videos he's made of this game, he's got to be getting a little bit sick of it by now. But maybe that's just me. Alright, like so. That's not helping. We still have another stage on our rocket, which apparently we're going to switch to now. So we're going to dump that. Awesome. We are going to turn those on. Awesome. There we go. Look at that. Nice big chunk of floating debris to cause somebody some headaches, probably me, in the future. See, 21. Okay, that's actually better than it was before. Can we improve that? We can. 18, 17. Ooh. This is alright. Getting pretty close here. Okay, that's where it's gonna stop. Alright, that's fine. So I'm undecided, being that we have so much ablator on this thing, whether we should actually try to get into orbit and then slowly decelerate, or whether we should just come straight at the planet and just count on the ablator to slow us down. I'm not sure. I'm not sure we have enough fuel to actually get into orbit around Duna first. But I'm not sure Duna has enough of an atmosphere to actually slow us down enough. So I'm a little concerned. There's also the issue of getting this thing off the lander, because the wheels aren't actually touching the bottom of it. So I've had to do something very stupid and put a couple of Saprotrons on the bottom of it in order to just launch it straight off there, which could end in disaster, by the way. So just so you know, there may be an explosive finish to this. But you could probably say that of pretty much any video I do at this point, so... Alright, let's get over there. Why am I doing that again? I can just warp to here. Where are we? Good enough. Warp to there. Cannot auto-warp so far. Why not? Or is it selecting the purple line instead of the blue one? That may be the case. Yeah, it's purple. I can't. Alright, I guess we are going to time accelerate. Bam, there we go. Let's see what we're looking at, and let's quick save again. And if we've screwed something up, well, we're screwed now. Okay, so where is it? Do I see it anywhere? I do not. We're going to have to get closer than that, I suppose. So, yeah, we still have that question. Do we want to decelerate and go into orbit first? Let's start a burn and see how it goes. Whoa, oh. Of course, Ike is going to get in the way. Whenever you're not aiming for something is the one time you'll get an encounter with it easily. That's what it is. It's kind of annoying, but, you know. Okay, Ike can get out of my way. We have bigger problems. Okay, what kind of altitude? Let's just aim, like, very shallow. We'll let the ablator do its job. Something like that. Let's go further. I think the atmosphere is really low on Duna. Is that too much? Probably. We're gonna find out in a sec. I'm gonna save here. And that is a mistake, but I'll do it anyway. Okay. Cross your fingers. Alright, let's not overshoot this. With the time acceleration, that would be bad. I can probably see the planet now. You would hope. That's Ike. Where's Duna? Duna? Oh, there it is. I'm turning the wrong way. Well, we still got plenty of monopropellant. We'll be fine. No worries. Okay, I'm going to have to get rid of this thing at some point, but I'll wait till I get a little bit closer. And I will burn off the rest of that fuel, and then just let the ablator do the rest. Of course, we're coming down on the night side. The lights are on this lower stage, they're not on the descent stage. Because I'm an idiot and I don't think of those things. Well, that's not true. There's a little headlight on the probe there, on the rover. Okay. I'm getting nervous now, because I'm expecting to screw this up in some horribly embarrassing way. Ooh, yeah, that does look kind of shallow, doesn't it? Oh, we're down to 7. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Alright, I don't think we need to get rid of the, or use the rest of the fuel on this, but anyway. I really wish we had the day side. Oh, you can see a little bit, but, whoa! Was I warping further than I thought? I don't know. Let's just do this. Oh, too far. Okay. Where are we at? 62,000. Yeah, it's going to be pretty low before the atmosphere starts to kick in. What do you, oh, you just kicked my time acceleration down. Okay. So let's, I guess we should get a little lower before we burn off this fuel. Nah, screw it. Let's do it now. I may be making a huge mistake, but I don't care. I'm used to it by now. Just like that. It is helping a little bit. I just hope we've got enough parachutes on us to work in Duna's atmosphere, but we should be pretty light, so I don't think it's an issue. But what would I know at this point, you know? Alright. Actually, we're slowing down quite a bit. I'm reasonably impressed. This was a fairly clunky design, by the way. This was pretty crap. So. Okay, before I jettison that, let's check this. Okay, it's still got all its monopropellant, that's fine. So let's ditch that stage. Whoosh. Yeah, that little light ain't gonna do nothing. I should have turned those on before I jettisoned. That should make a nice little crater somewhere. Whoa, yeah, it's much more responsive to RCS now. Except up and down. Okay, there we go. No, I think the SAS is fighting me. Stop it. Okay, so these first. It says it's safe to deploy. Alright, well, let's do that then. I don't think it's going to do anything at this height, to be honest, because I don't think we're actually... Well, we might be. How about, these ones? Risky, okay. I don't see the, chutes. Oh, there they go. I was getting really worried for a sec there. And... I'm going to land in the snowy area. I'm saying land optimistically, by the way. We will see how this goes. And we are slowing down, so I am getting more optimistic as we go. I guess my big concern now is going to be those Separatrons I put on the bottom of the rover. Safe. Okay, let's launch those off then. Huh. I'm feeling rather pleased right now. That probably won't last long. And there's our our descent, or our, well, I guess that's just another transfer stage, really. Ooh, used to be. Yeah, nothing there now. And I think we're going to be okay. I should speed this up a bit. But let's do that. And that's going to bring us down to... Okay, that's a little faster than I'd like to come in, but to be honest, that's not bad. That's survivable as far as I'm concerned. I like to aim for about 4 meters a second, but, you know, I'm not going to complain. What I'm going to complain about is if I destroy this thing when I launch it out of the lander here. Lights, for what they're worth. And, oh! We didn't need that anyway. Alright. I'm actually thinking I could drive... I can. I may be able to, let's, do this. Can I just drive right off this without using Separatrons? Did that not work? You, decouple. Ah! Okay, we're a little bit wedged still. But, oh, come on, come on. There we go. We have a probe on Duna. I am actually really impressed by that. Aha. Electrical charge is not going to last long. Especially not with me burning it off on the headlight there. I am actually rather amazed right now. I really am. I did not think any of this was going to work. I was fairly certain I was going to use these Separatrons and just launch this thing like, 200 feet across the surface of Duna, smack it into the side of a mountain. Which I may still do when we're done with it. Let's see. We're going to have to wait for daylight before we can do much of anything. Okay, let's slow down. Slow down? Uh-oh. We're having this problem again. Alright, brakes. Oh, brakes work. Okay. I remember, in the older versions of the game when I used to try and use the brakes, they were very unreliable when you were using any kind of surface vehicle, and they were, more often than not, they would just flip you forward when you used them. So I have this reluctance to use brakes a lot of the time. Okay, where are we on Duna? Okay, that's not bad. Let's time accelerate, wait for daylight to come around. Oh, okay. Apparently we just hit evening. And there we go. Daylight. Wow. That's a little bit bright, but who cares? Alright, let's grab some science, shall we? Display off. Yeah, I know. It's because I want you to actually use it. Come on. Can I use any of these? Display off. I see that. Why is the display off? Oh, because we don't have enough electric charge right now. Oh, because the sun is directly in front of us and it's not hitting the solar panels. Ah, man, design flaws. I feel slightly stupid on that one. I just had to park it facing exactly that direction because I'm a complete idiot. Really should have thought of that. We'll get a little bit of electric charge. Yeah, there we go. So now, if I turn off the brakes and just turn us a little bit. And turn us... we don't even have enough charge for that. Wow. Okay. This is... of all the stupid problems you could have, this is a pretty good one. Come on. There we go. Oh, we have charge. We have electric charge. Look at that. Okay, I guess we could stay here for a sec. Alright, what do we got? Log temperature. 64 science. Transmit that. How much power is that going to take from us? It's not bad. Okay, how about this one? Log pressure data. 96 science. We're going to get half of that. And at this point, that's not bad. We are doing actually fairly well. I'm happy. We're getting all sorts of science, and we didn't even have to send some Kerbal over here to do it. 60 science. Okay, we'll take that. We got enough power left for that? Yes, we do. Maybe? Oh, guess not. Not enough electric charge. Yeah, I saw that. What happened? It needs to tell you how much charge it's going to take. That would be nice. Are you actually going to send it if I wait? Or do I have to just shut it off and start again? Uploading data 16%? And it took us that much charge? Wow. 17%. 18%. Wow, this could take us like all day. Okay, let's just time accelerate here. 27, and the sun's going down. 34, 35, 36. This is bad. We're not going to have enough to finish that. How do we stop that? Stop transmitting. That's disappointing. We'll have to... Hang on, let's just turn a little bit so we can actually get the sun first thing in the morning. There we go. Brakes, perfect. I guess we're waiting for morning again. Hang on. And where are you? There we are. It'll take some time. I guess I should have had more solar cells on this thing, but this seemed appropriate to me. So, okay. How about the goo? 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 Goo is not responding. Why is the goo not responding? That's weird. That's not... Oh, because I'm still time accelerated. I'm an idiot. There we go. Goo. 80 science, 24. Okay. You observe the goo. That's exciting stuff, huh? Alright. Should I try and transmit this again? I probably should. This early in the day. How much... I still don't know if we're going to be able to do that, to be honest. So we should probably start by transmitting goo. Review data. Transmit. Yes, we know. How much power are you going to take for this? 20, 40? Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Get some power back, and we will transmit the other one, or try to. I don't think we're going to succeed on that one. There's just too much to send, I guess. 41%. Is that because we partially sent the last one? Probably is. 2%, 3, 4. Wow. Okay, so we'll send as much as we can before we run out of daylight. And 19, 20... There it goes. 22%, that's all we got. Okay, stop transmitting, if I could click on the right spot. Yeah, oh, it's probably not even enough charge to tell it to stop transmitting. That's cool. And will it just pick up where it left off when the sun comes up? It will actually. Okay, we can actually finish sending this if we're stubborn. 31%. And 100, 0 cents added. Okay. It's going to be like that. That's fine. So I'm going to quick save this. And I guess I can wait for morning, can't I? So we really don't have much else we need to do with this thing. There's not really... Well, I guess we could drive to other biomes if we really needed the science. So it's not a bad idea to leave it here, I guess. I was just going to launch them off with those Separatrons, but we may end up needing the extra science at some point. So let's head back to Space Center. Okay, we are back. We have 255 science now, which should be a nice help to us. What have we got to choose from? Heavier rocketry. Ooh, that'll give us the mainsails. I want those. And the twin bore. Okay, that's probably what we're going to go with. That's 160, so that's the majority of our science. Docking stuff, not really necessary right now. A grabber, which I've never used. Not really worried about. Airplane parts. Tempting if I wanted to make a space plane at some point, but I would probably just make something horrific, so it's not something I'm jumping to get to. And, bigger fairings for the ship. That would be nice to have. What is this? Nothing important. Okay, we're going to go with these bigger rockets. That'll help us get up to orbit next time. And that leaves us 95, which is not really enough for much. There's that, which is totally useless to me. Alright, let's get out of here. I guess that's it for this episode. I think we went over time there by a fair bit, but we actually achieved something, so I'm rather happy. We got science out of it, so I'm even more happy. And no catastrophic explosions or anything, which is slightly disappointing. But I'm sure there will be some next time. I don't know what we're doing yet, but I will see you then.